Hi, today I wanted to hop on something that's really been on my mind and a theme that's been coming up, and it's about processes. And so every agency, company, business, family, any system has processes. And how many times have you heard, oh, there's a process for that? Well, I wanted to talk a little bit through process. So process is made active by people. And so most often people make mistakes within poorly built processes. But what happens is we get really pissed at people for failing within a process instead of considering what about the process made it possible to fail. And so, again, I want to reiterate, processes are made active by people. So kind of naturally, it feels like we blame people. And people get blamed for the practice of the process. But should we be blaming the people is kind of what I wanted us to consider together. I know that it's easier to blame people simply because blame is tangible and feels as though it makes sense. If we have somebody or something to identify as this is why, they failed, not the process failed, but it doesn't actually fix the problem within the process. And certainly before I talk about a few examples, I want you to hear too that I have thought through, like, yes, there will absolutely be times where a process works and the person isn't best suited working within that process. But more often, it's the process is poorly built. And I see this in work, I see this at home within the different processes we have, and at work, you probably all can see this example, like there's the firing of a person, right? The problem person. We're going to get rid of the issue, which is we say is the person. And for me, I've seen this active in people have struggle with timeliness within the process of the timelines within their work, paperwork or something else. And the person is usually identified as the problem in that versus wondering why the person is not able to make the current process of timelines work. And there's so much underneath that often isn't considered. And then for me at home, this just can't, of course, it's magical how things kind of synchronicities happen when you're thinking about something in your professional life, kind of shows up in your personal life or you see it different. And so we have a process in my house if my husband is working and I'm cooking supper for my kids. The kids play. So I have 5 kids. Kids are playing, and the other night I was cooking, getting stuff ready. My 1-year-old is with me in the kitchen and the other 4 are playing in the living room. And all of a sudden a vase shatters. And I was instantaneously pissed at the people, right? Instantaneously mad at how did this happen? What is going on? You're throwing a ball in the house, you know better. But then as I was thinking through the process stuff to talk to you guys about, I thought, well, also the process wasn't set up well. I did not have something that they could be doing. I didn't have a process set up of they could have played a game. I could have set that up during the time in which I knew I'd be doing that. I could have given them options like read books, get your homework done, but the process wasn't set up well. So the people within that process failed, but it wasn't necessarily a personal failure. It was more of a process failure. And so this is being made active for me, both personally and professionally. And then it really made me think the more professional side, like systems are built by processes. Processes are built by people. So really simplistically, systems need the same things humans need as their very basic needs for wellness. And so then that's connection and belonging. So all processes must be infused with connection and belonging. That's got to be infused into your system, into your processes, into your people, because your people make active your processes. And I want us to just spend time reflecting on some of those habitual processes where we just say, oh, there's already a process for that. But oftentimes many of the processes are poorly built that we just say, oh, there's a process for that. Even though some of us have really like strong inklings of they don't work, and we have evidence to show sometimes these processes don't work. So I would challenge you to look at when you hear yourself say, oh, there's a process for that, or if you visually see or know a process is not working, consider why and how come. And maybe think of a way to form a new process or to have a process conversation instead of a person-based conversation. Let's unpack that instead of considering, oh, that person failed. Let's consider that might be accurate. That person failed within a process. So what about the process made failing possible? And we can go from there. Okay, lovely to see you. I will hop on again with more thoughts. Have a great day. Bye.